Meta's answer to Game Pass has arrived. Meta has officially announced their paid subscription service will roll out in July, MetaQuest Plus. I'm going to cover all the details of the new service, the first games you can get if you sign up, and both the positive and negative effects this could have for the Quest and the overall VR ecosystem. I'll also leave a link in the description to the sign up page. First, the facts. The service will be billed at $8 a month or $96 per year. You can also sign up for a year upfront for $60, which will save you over 30%. At the time of this video, Meta is running a deal where you can sign up for the first month for just $1. For your money, you'll get access to 2 selected games per month, and those games will change each month. The games are available for app sharing if you have multiple Quest headsets on your account. If you cancel your membership, you'll lose access to those games, but they will restore if you sign up again. The games for July are the unique platformer Pixel Rip 1995 and the rhythm-based shooter Pistol Whip. August will be Walkabout Mini Golf, one of my favorite games, and roguelike shooter Mother Gunship Forge. We'll start with the positives. I think for the majority of Quest owners, this is a tremendous value. I've said this before, but if I hadn't started streaming VR on Twitch and later created this YouTube channel, I would not have played 90% of the 200 plus VR games I have. A fair number of VR users don't even make it past Beat Saber and branch out into other games. It's hard to justify dropping 20 to 30 bucks on a game you're unsure you're going to enjoy. A service like this helps to remedy that. If you're a casual VR user, this is a no-brainer. This is also a good move from Meta to help with the retention problem that they've been talking about for months. If you're getting 2 games for $8 a month, that will incline you to dust the cobwebs off your Quest, put it on and see what it has to offer for that month, and if you don't like those, well hey, there's 2 more games coming next month to try out. For developers, it depends on the state of their game. The VR game cycle moves really quickly. Swaths of players will flock to a game, burn through it in a matter of weeks or months, and then move on to the next shiny thing. I myself am guilty of that. If you're a developer and you have an excellent game that was released years ago, this is a great opportunity to get your game in front of new players. Just look at the first 4 games. Arvor just released their 3rd Pixel Rip game, 1978, recently. With 1995 on Quest Plus in July, thousands if not millions of people will get exposed to that whole franchise, and if they like it, pick up the other 2 games. Walkabout Mini Golf can go on Quest Plus for a month and make a killing on their paid DLC courses. As for Pistol Whip and Mother Gunship Forge, both these games are over a year old now. Pistol Whip is nearly 4 years old and likely lost and forgotten in the 500 plus titles on the Meta Store. I have no idea what the profit margin is, more on that in a minute, but any income from an older game is better than no income because it's not selling. Before we touch on the downside of this, if you're liking the video, do me a favor and tap that like button. My entire channel will be mostly focused on the MetaQuest platform, so do subscribe if you're looking for more Quest coverage. As for the negatives, they're pretty small. For a guy like me who has played a ton of games, I'm likely to own or have already played most of what pops up on this service. There's going to be a significant segment of Quest users like me who won't really benefit from this. I'm well aware I'm in the minority here. For developers, I'm really curious how this works financially. I've already said if you're on this service for a month and your game isn't selling many copies anymore, this is a no-brainer. Let's say 2 million people sign up for Quest Plus, and if your game is up that month, you get $1 per download. In the VR ecosystem, $1 million plus in revenue is absolutely massive. It's also marketing you're actually earning money from instead of spending money on, like in the case of Pixel Rip. However, because of the reduced revenue, I doubt we see newer titles on Quest Plus, and this is a downside. By newer titles, I mean released in the last 3 to 6 months. Games like that are still getting new sales, especially if they're well reviewed and make it to the top selling category on the Meta Store. There's a reason Pixel Rip 1995 will be on Quest Plus instead of the newly released Pixel Rip 1978. So for gamers looking to play the latest and greatest, you will most likely, as you should, pay full price. But that leads to what I think is the biggest negative, and that's further doubling down on the discount culture in VR. I'm in a ton of subreddits and Facebook groups that get 25% off referral codes spammed all day long. Up until recently, whenever a new game released on the Meta Store, within hours of release, you will see dozens of fake reviews with people just dropping their referral links. I see posts on Facebook groups and Reddits all the time about people waiting for a sale before they'll buy a game. A ton of Steam VR games will launch with an early 10% discount. We just saw the Steam version of a Medieval VR practically given away for free with a bundle when it launched. It's already hard enough to make money in VR. A lot of developers don't. So I can see both sides of this. Quest Plus, if used correctly, could boost your overall sales, but at only 2 games per month, if you're not in that rotation, it's going to be even harder to get attention. That's not even talking about the poor visibility for games on SideQuest and AppLab. I'd love to get your feedback down in the comments. Let me know if you plan on signing up for Quest Plus or not, and why. If you like a good list of starter games for new Quest owners, click the video on the screen right now, and as always, thank you for watching.